It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. We have a fine evening, and today we're gonna be starting the grind for Mr. Captain Noodle himself, Captain America Sam Wilson. Right, I'm not entirely sure whether it will be up to me or in me to finish the grind for a 6-star, but that is the initial goal. If I'm gonna get too busy or too burnt out from arena, because I haven't done arena in a really long time for 6-star champion, then we're just gonna pick the 5-star and be happy with it. Or maybe we're gonna see how many points we can put on. Ever play a card game called Yu-Gi-Oh? Yes, I used to play it a lot. I used to play it for over a decade. Even competitively so. I've been to, YCS in London, several regionals, and crap ton of like different locals and stuff like that. What's up, Big Paul? What's up, Kabir Khan? What's up, Sergio Aguilar? What's up, Mr. Patil? Yash, how are you doing? Slow day at work today, so I can enjoy the stream. Perfect. Well, that's what I'm here for. Here to make the time go faster. Here to keep you company. And, perhaps, just for a couple of you, provide for a somewhat enjoyable time. Fire escape plan, James. Alexa, good luck on getting the Sam cap. Why, thank you. I'm gonna call him Mr. Wilson, though. I'm gonna call my cap Mr. Wilson. From Dennis. Anybody remembers that movie about Dennis? Dennis the Menace? Something like that. Mr. Wilson. Cool, bro. Recently got into it and got Thursdays and Sundays. Currently trying to build a Blue Eyes deck. Best of luck to you. Haven't played it for about 7 years now. I stopped playing it when Pendulum Summons became a thing. That was one of the reasons I kind of stopped playing, but not the main reason. Still. Scores are a little too high. Whose scores are a little too high? How high did he go for? What was the exact cutoff? What's up, Israel? How are you doing? I know, Mr. Wilson. Perfect. That is gonna be how I refer to Mr. Captain. As Mr. Wilson. Because I think it's brilliant. CCP hype, I guess. I think it's more of a Battlegrounds hype than CCP hype. How many points do you need to grind for 6-star cap? Not entirely sure what the first round went for yet.
Messiah 66 $1
Hey, what's up, Messiah?
99 Man dancing.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Man Dancing? Mr. No Neck Dancing himself. What's up, Ola? How are you doing? What's up, Rin? Good luck back in the game. Ooh, sweet. Glad to hear that you're back in action. Who knows? Now that you have bitten the MCOC bullet back, maybe one day we'll see you as Comrade Daddy on the stream. Any news for the compensation? No, not as far as I'm aware of. Not yet. It's exactly midnight in India, says Yash. Well, it's only 6:30 in UK. Hey, what's up, Jason? How are you doing? Are you welcome? I mean, you are welcome. I thought Mr. Wilson was basically from Jetsons too long ago. I actually remember Jetsons, but no. Mr. Wilson is Dennis from Dennis the... Sorry, Dennis's neighbor from Dennis the Menace. Denim guy is back on streams. Hey, what's up? Michelle Yanni. How are you doing? You know, when it's real cold outside and you can see a breath in there. Yeah. Well, my heater broke a few days ago and I couldn't do that in my house now. I have been there a lot of times. I genuinely hate being cold. It is kind of a childhood trauma type of thing or something like that. Here's the thing. I can cope with cold weather fine. I can, you know, go outside in -X degrees and, you know, manage that, and I can work in cold and I ham in fast and all that other stuff. No, I don't have a problem putting in a couple, you know, extra jumper and two pairs of pants and 2 pairs of socks and going outside. You know, I'm okay with that. Being cold inside, something that I have a lot of problems with, because when I was a kid, we didn't have central heating. We were heating it with kind of like a stove and another, you know, I don't know, wooden heating place thing stuff. Ooh, look at that. Rin is a member on the channel. Why, welcome, Rin. Why, welcome. Time you get added. Are you back online yet, Rin? Are you back online? If you are, then ping me or ping JJ and we're going to get you back online, in-line members group. But yeah, the point is, we had a firewood kind of like heating. We had wood that we used. We had like 2 different stoves or whatever you call them. I don't actually know really, but whatever. And one of them was quite busted, and there was very little insulation. And there were times when our house went cold for days. At times, and I hated it a lot. It was really cold, and I never want that situation again. That's like the #1 way how to put me on edge, is if the house I'm in is not warm enough. It doesn't have to be hot. I don't have to be sweating. I just really feel not nervous, but I don't feel free. I don't feel like myself where I'm staying at. It's cold. Any kind of indoor space, really. Can I suggest a video? Sure, you can, Everett. Of course, you can suggest a video. Worth it to rank up Cersei 565 unduped? I wouldn't rush to it. Do you have an immediate use for Cersei? Is there a content that you need Cersei for right now? Answer that question. See, whenever you think about ranking up a champion, you should add some more conditions or questions to it. Like, is it worth ranking up Cersei for? And then you need to decide, what do you struggle with? What do you need help with? What are you going to do with the champion? Hello, MTC Arenas. How are you doing? You know, it's really cool. What's up, Infamous? No need to create a new account since I rage quitted from the last time. Well, there you go. And you should create a new account. And what's up, Q? How are you doing? How are you doing, Q? Kitty vs Ghost, who is better? Still believe that in general, Ghost is probably better overall. But I think Kitty is probably going to be better for more upcoming things. But when it comes, pick one champion and do as much content as you can in the game. Kitty or Ghost, it's Ghost, I think. Look at that, and I don't even know how much money is that exactly, but that is 30 or something. Thank you.
30 railing you shekels. The least I can do for now to thank you for the support the past couple months, both mentally and friendship. Heart, folded hands.
It's my pleasure. Honestly, it has been absolutely my pleasure, and thank you very much. So if we have 10 to 3, that's about 950. That's how we're gonna put it up. Israeli shekel is such a cool currency, though. I absolutely love that currency. It has arguably the best symbol of any currency that I have seen. Think, so cool. So cool. But thank you, Ren. Thank you very much. But yeah, on vacation in Israel with your mom, and that sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. I think it's probably best. Let's just even it out to a tenner. I'll just even it out to a tenner. And thank you, Rin. I hope you enjoy your vacation. I genuinely do. When you fly away from Moscow for a month, that's a good call. Honestly, like if I had the chance in the last couple of months, I would have wanted to fly away. like back home, or yeah, probably back home to Latvia for like a week or two. But you know, I just really couldn't afford it. As the main reasons why I didn't go. But it's alright. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. See you later, James. See you later. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you, Adrian. Hope you are as well. Thank you very much, Adrian. So I just Hercules have a romance synergy with Wolverine. There is a Marvel story where I think it's an alternate universe kind of thing, but those two do have romance. Because both of them are big, muscly, hairy man bears that fancy each other in that alternate universe. There's like a legitimate storyline like that. That is why. Smooching and all. So while I wanted to see Overseer video because I have no idea how useful or good. Honestly, now they have learned and awakened him. He's a beast. And yeah, Overseer is nice. Overseer is nice. I need to get back. That is one thing I again need to kind of stop doubting myself and just get to it. And that is making these champion review videos. I do know that is expected of me. I know I should be doing better, and I know I should have already started doing it. Big moves happening. Infamous. Just a few more hours and big moves happening. Gonna be teammates. Sweet. Sweet. Which, do you know which battle group are you going to yet? I'm in BG3. I'm in BG3, but either way, man. Awesome. Welcome to the team then. Welcome to the team. Halo series looking fine. I've not seen them. I've not seen the Halo series. Right, I'm just grinding milestones now, chilling. Yeah, you should not be grinding at all right now. You should not be grinding at all. People in AWX7, he's becoming sneakily more useful. Yeah, he is. He really is. And I noticed myself that I kind of use him more than I use many other champions. And on top of that, on top of all of that, he's apparently going to be very, very good for battlegrounds. Which, you know, is all the justification many would need ranking him up. So there's that too. There's that too. Having a great time? Yeah, definitely. And yeah, congratulations, Q, on your Starkey. But you look forward to wasting your generic awakening gem on him too? Hey, good afternoon. We are Samuels in Brazil too. You can say hello to Brazilian. My name is Will Paris. Stronghold. Hera. Well, hello in Brazil. Hello in Brazil, and best of luck. I hope you manage to get Mr. Sam. Hope you manage to pull Mr. Sam Wilson. Let's light up this Deadpool. Easy win. That's my mom's idea. Well, moms sometimes know best. JN, best of luck to your grind. Thank you very much. Think they will release any new progression title. I hope they do. I hope they do. I think it has to happen because Act 7 has not had a progression title yet. So I do hope that they do, yes. I do think that they should. Is it weird is why YouTube converted pay card Israeli currency instead of my rebel one? I do not know why they did that. It definitely has to do with the fact that, you know, you're in that area and all that stuff. But I did not know they do that. Wolverine off her bottom. Who knows? Who knows who's up who's? Grinding for pillow cap? Yes, I am. Yes, I am grinding for a pillow cap. I'm giving 5-star Kid Mutant Awakening gem. Yeah, you should. Why not? 5-star gems, in my opinion, you can kind of do whatever you want. FFS, I'm late. You're not too late, and I'm slightly early, but I only started like 15 minutes ago, so it's all good, JJ. It's all good. Hope you had a great start of the week. You know, the way you start the week is the way you're gonna spend the entire week. Now that's bullshit, but still, having a good Monday helps. Mondays are rarely good. Statistically speaking, Mondays are much more often depressing than BG1, I believe, but we shall see. We'll see where you pop, but you know, still gonna be nice to have you in alliance. literally 16-20 degrees there, barely wearing a jacket. That has to be so nice. That has to be so nice. It's such a poor weather in Manchester right now. Just really windy, really wet, really annoying. I think Carnage will be very good for attacking battlegrounds. Perhaps it could. It depends which. Like, you know, if you're talking safeguard, then yeah, definitely I can see that. If you're talking that power snack thing, then I don't think it's gonna work the way you do at all. When are the compensation dropping? We do not know. Stop. I mean, like, just let it drop when it drops, you know? Just let it drop when it drops. More you think about it, more you expect it, you know, more you build it up in your head, and the worse you make it for yourself. You know, it's a compensation. It's not Christmas bonus check. So just leave it where it is for now. You'll get it when everybody else gets it. No sooner, no later. You're not gonna be left out. It's not a first come first serve system. They're not gonna run out for compensation for you. Kitty, what's up? These new membership rules guidelines with regards to recurring payments. I was not aware of any change, really, Kimbo. I genuinely was not aware of membership rules / guideline changes for different countries. I know that in India they had some sort of issue with banks, and it became annoying for India specifically. But other than that, I didn't even know anything has changed. So you're letting me know. Killmonger worth 5-star skill awakening gem. I'm in Act 6. Kind of up to you, but with Killmonger you also kind of need to know that for defense it might not matter as much, but for offense you really want a high sig. So if you do awaken him, then you ought to be prepared to give him some decent 6 stones. The Hercules rule in storyline recent one, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I only heard about it because of that synergy. I'm not like an avid comic book reader. I'm not gonna say that, you know, I don't know anything about comic book storylines and stuff like that, but I'm not like the most dedicated comic book reader. Majority of my comic book knowledge and comic book storyline knowledge comes either when something gets, you know, added or used in MCU, or this game touches upon something, stuff like that. So I do not know exactly what storyline it was or when it was. I just know that it existed, and that's the reason for it. New cap cutoff? No clue. I'll check out what was cut off for round 1 when it goes live, and then I'll figure it out. Anybody knows round 1 cutoffs? Anybody knows round 1 cutoffs? What is JJ eyeballing there? Are you many grinding for 5-star? Well, I'm gonna start with the hope that I'm gonna grind for a 6-star, and we'll see if I can, you know, commit to as much grind time or energy for grinding, you know, as I hope. And if I can, then awesome. And if not, then I'll just grab the 5-star as well. Because, you know, I typically like I want to start grabbing at least a 5-star of every new champion, just so I have them at any worthwhile kind of rarity. But yeah, I don't know what I want to see what the round 1 cutoffs were, and then I can kind of figure out where to go. Here, I'll console PC, but there is a new game called Master Duel. I don't. Well, I have a PC. I use PC for streaming. Don't have a console. But again, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in like 7 years, so I don't think I'm gonna get into it now again. At least not right now. What was weird? Exit converted with the currency after I click send away. That's my. Well, your aunt could have been a cool aunt, and you know, your aunt could have slipped me a couple more of them Israeli shekels, saying, "Oh, that's like a $2. Haha." I know that's what I would do with my nephew. Just to see him panic. You managed to read my suggestion in one of your videos about AW bans. I think so. I pretty much read all the comments. I recall a couple of suggestions. Which one was exactly yours? I would have to ask though. But yeah, I think I what sig is that Angela though? Outer. What's her Quilby storyline? I don't know. I don't know exactly that storyline. I don't even know what it's about. I just know that there is a storyline where they hook up or have some romance or something like that. That's just thereabouts it. Did Herc Wolverine thing happen in alternative universe? Not canon? There you go. That's what I figured. What score are you aiming for? I'm waiting for round 1 results to be posted on this spreadsheet, and then I'll figure out what score I'm aiming for. You're getting ready to spend some revives on a path? Well, then spend some revives on a path. Don't exit. Revives are there to be used, my friend. The line was that both the ghost scan QR code thingy. It was Tinder. Grind. Ah, Lawrence. Kitty just saying loving your content in your critical thinking channel. Sometimes more people have the same values. Thank you, Ultimate MCOC. And that's what I kind of want to focus the channel. I want to get people looking at things around them critically, but at the same time also like in a positive like aspect and spin on it, and have the channel genuinely be helpful. So I do want to look at controversial issues and topics, but not necessarily from like a strict ideological standpoint on either or side, more so from my side or the way I see things, and then just break down things like logically. And also at the same time just to encourage people to do the same, or bonds unique per BG. That was the original plan. That was the original plan. Bonds per BG was meant to happen already. When are we getting 7.4? This content drought is my worst time in the game. Well, we should be getting 7.4 in 16th of March if you want exact details. But the base idea is it should be coming with the next update. It should be here with the next update. Next update drops at like 7th or 8th of March. 9th of March is when new content gets released, which is going to be like new side event, new monthly event, and all that stuff. And then typically a week after initial content release comes like the bigger new chapters and stuff like that. So realistically, I think we're looking at 16th of March if I need to pinpoint the date for you. Do you think Ebony Maw is harder to fight than Mojo in AW defense? Yes, Ebony Maw is harder to fight than Mojo in defense. My wife got caught Omicron this past week. Ooh, sorry to hear that. How are you doing? Are you doing well with it? Do you have a WhatsApp group? I do not have a WhatsApp group, sorry. I don't really use WhatsApp at all. I mean, I have it, but I don't even know if it's active. I haven't checked it in ages. I do have a line chat. I do have a line group. Speaking of, I want to make probably 1 or 2 groups, line groups for my new channel as well. One where I want people to help me with channel, give me ideas, discuss subjects, or perhaps help with some graphics and stuff like that for a new channel. Just in general, kind of like closer people to me. And the second one, just for people discuss these things and stuff like that. New masters coming soon. New masters have been coming soon for 4 years. So hopefully they are. Hopefully they are. But, well, they're meant to be coming this year at some point. If that qualifies as soon as, I don't know. But last information that we had is that they are meant to be coming this year, 2022. 6 days to recover, and she also got her third shot at the same time, but I pretty much recovered in 2 days. Nice, very good, Ankit, very good. Glad you got through it very quick. You're the guy who puts Cable and APOC together in arena, boo. Yes, I am that guy. Yes, I am that guy. Finally doing arena, Starkey got me grinding. Very good. Very good. Because you know why? Because if you put APOC and Cable together in arena, then it's very quick fights. You can win the fights very quickly. You just need to drop 1 or 2 heavy attacks with Cable, and APOC has 4 precision charges. I mean, Actate is coming also? No, well, we know that 7.4 is coming. Actate should be coming at some point this year, yes. Yes, and I won't be available for Fortnite, so if you say something. Oh, okay. Well, how much the roster size should be at least 6-star basic in England? There is no set specific size. Each grind basically requires different size because, you know, the scores are wildly varied. What you should do if you plan on grinding for anything is run through your entire roster once in, let's say, 6-star basic arena, and then actually just give me one day. I'll make a video on it tomorrow. And I'll explain it. How about that? Just wait for a video tomorrow. Oh, I should make expiration for potions and revise 1 month. Yeah, they definitely should. They definitely should increase the cap. As such, that's, I think it's kind of like the main thing. You know, I don't think that keeping like 15 revives is enough. If they can put 75 item limit on those Valentine's potions, they can put 50 limit on the regular ones. Easy. Since I want max points, my team consists of 105. Well, how you build your... I'm not entirely sure on that, but... The name's... Okay. What's up, Wikos? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, crap, says that should have been... Oh, you was dodging me in arenas? Well, good on you, then. Good for you. And the line pick... Can the line pick be you as the rock? No. Absolutely not, JJ. Absolutely not. Hey, glad you're grinding for him. Got him round 1. Nice, David. Congratulations, man. What score did you put up in round 1? What score did you put up? I'm waiting for his first round arena scores to be posted to figure out what I should be grinding or targeting. But I don't see him yet. 3 chapters a year? It can be 3 to 4 chapters a year, yeah. That's something like that. Like him a lot, but yeah, he does need dupe. Well, I do have a gem, so if I'm gonna end up ranking him, that dupe thing is not really that big of a problem. I could give him a gem. Need download line? Well, you better get to it. Get downloading. Spoke as if it's like some sort of major inconvenience. It's like, oh my god. How long will that take? How will you accomplish this incredible feat of downloading a mobile application? Jesus. I'm happy I'm not you. 193, good place 20. 180 save score. I don't think he went as high as 180 though, but we'll see. I think he actually ended up going for a bit lower, but we'll see. Thanks for all waiting for that video. There you go. So I'll make a video about how you can figure out your roster size and whether you can grind for champions, stuff like that. Can grind 1 million, be back? Well, see you in a bit then. See you in a bit. You can rank 2, awaken him with a gem and he'll be ready. Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Solo mode's not going to be around for quite a while, so there's no rush to do it. To create new line account as well. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's just too much. When 175 round 1. Okay, fair play. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do that. Or how well, basically tomorrow morning I'll be able to figure out what score I can put up without units, because I'll be able to see exactly how much I can put up with my roster. I'm gonna make notes, exact point count that I'm gonna get with my 6-star champions, exact point count that I will get with my 5-stars, and then I will be able to see how much points I can put up total, thereabouts. I might miss him with 171 million right now. Oof, that must sting. Hopefully, hopefully when they, you know, do those arena corrections, because I think they will keep doing them. So hopefully when they do those arena corrections, he gets it anyhow. You know, like a lot of people got a ton of champions sent to them for the past arenas, for the unscrupulous people mixed feelings about the new channel. That's fine. Let me know why do you have mixed feelings. What do you like about it? What do you don't like about it? Again, I'm just starting on it, so I kind of want to zero in eventually. Right now, I'm just kind of tapping in the dark about what do I exactly want to cover. But I do have genuinely... I'm starting to have a genuinely decent outlook. So once a week or once every 2 weeks, I will want to cover like a larger subject. Just about people, society, and changes in communities and general stuff like that. And then as kind of like more brief content, I want to keep these, you know, express yourself better videos or some Twitterverse silliness or some just, you know, kind of like smaller stories. So I do want to have like a bigger videos every couple of weeks, like in one playlist where it's kind of like maybe a bit of editing, much more writing, some graphics and stuff like that. And then I want some smaller ones throughout the week, a couple, with like more narrow focus on them. But the main point is definitely going to be just again how people think for themselves. And I think the biggest thing is to encourage people to take a step back and just not be as drastic, as polarized, not to jump to conclusions immediately and then, you know, push everybody around who disagrees away and stuff like that. 9 here. My aunt made a beautiful served dinner for us. We'll contact you, JJ. Okay, fair play. It's 9, so you're 2 hours ahead of me now. You're 2 hours ahead of me. Yeah, enjoy your meal. What's up, K-Dog? I'll be able to put somewhere 100 and 110 million without units. That's not enough, Q. I actually, when I last was grinding properly, for featured 6 stars and stuff like that. So that was quite a while ago. That was like 6-7 months ago. At that point already, I was able to put up like 120 or 130 million just by doing 2 rounds a day, squeezing in 3rd round of 6 stars before finish. So I do think that I can put up probably like most likely around 140-ish, maybe 150-ish without units, something like that. But yeah, Kimbo, do tell me what makes your opinion mixed. Body Pants are any good? Not awful. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Like, I'm not personally a huge fan, but there are people who really like her. She can do some cool stuff. I do think she has some downsides too. Omega Sentinel is good. That'd be nice. Well, here's the thing that we all need to remember about Omega Sentinel though, and I'll definitely make a warning video when time gets closer. And the warning video is going to be about, remember that Omega Sentinel is in fact a March champion and balanced program as far as we're aware of, because Kabam has not announced any changes or anything like that. Kabam has not said that, you know, we hear you and we're not going to balance champions. They have largely just unpinned the topic and not replied to it in any meaningful manner after the initial couple of days. So as far as we're aware of, balancing is going to be a thing. And Omega Sentinel, alongside Captain America Britain, are going to be the first 2 champions that will go through the paces with the balancing program. That means your champion's gonna come out in March. They're gonna gather data for 2 or 3 months. So March, April, May, June. In July, there's going to be a beta with altered version of both of those champions. So that's July. Then we have August and September. And September or beginning of October is when we're going to get the final version, how Omega Sentinel is going to be permanently in contest. It's important that people realize the time frame. So Omega Sentinel is going to come out in March, but September, August, so it sounds like in August. Sorry. So the champions come out in March. Champions come out in March. Are gonna be in flux until August, September. I'd rather you pick topics, videos from ongoing events, react to it, and then give your 2 cents about it, how it feels. No, yeah, I get it, and I do plan to do it as well. I do plan to get to it as well. As I said, at the moment, but I do want that channel to be a little bit of preaching, because I do want to preach thinking. I do want to preach a bit of courtesy and acceptance, and I do want to preach a bit with that channel. Definitely, that's part of it. But I get what you mean, and I do want to use current events to bring more attention to the perspective that I'm trying to get across. But you are right about that. I do need to pick. Well, to be fair, that's what kind of that Twitter series is and is going to be. Because that is a current event that only happened like a week ago, I think, or something like that. But yeah, I know what you mean. Need to do more of it, and I do need to reference those once more. Let's build an audience for. Yeah, no. Again, there are definitely things that I am doing wrong, and there are definitely things that I will end up doing wrong. And I 100% know that. Hey, what's up, Alec Brown? How are you doing? Who's the best champion against Abyss Mephisto? Don't have Human Torch and 6-star rank to undo Void. Well, you do not have any Human Torch. But other than that, well, the best one obviously is Human Torch. Void is decent. Who else is good for that Mephisto? Colossus, I think, can trade it, if I'm not mistaken. I think no, wait, I'm not sure. Havoc is probably very good for it. Havoc ought to be quite good. Yeah, Havoc's good. Other than that, you just need to seek for Incinerate immunity. Need to look for some Incinerate immunity. Suspect Anti-Venom probably would be quite decent, maybe? I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at Incinerate immune peeps. Red Hulk probably duped and High Sig can do it. Where is more Incinerate immunity? Not much in that class. Only that much. Okay. APOC can probably do that fight because he can go Incinerate immune if you use like Mutant Team. I think APOC can probably handle that fight. I'm gonna bring Storm, Pyramid X, and MCOC here. I have more Incinerate immunes. Kitty Pryde probably can do that fight. Suspect. If you have a big one and if you plan to use her. Why not? Kitty Pryde sounds like a decently good option. Suspect Emma Frost probably can do that fight. Yeah, I think Havoc's probably one of the better options. Ironically, I think Vulture would be really good if you happen to have a big Vulture. Who else we see? Talking. There you go. Oh yeah, Mr. Fantastic probably can do it. Mr. Fantastic can probably do it. Yes. Most critical kind of wins with your own twist. You know what I mean? Yep, I do. Spoiled 6-star Cersei. Is she good anime in any content? Yeah, I think she can be decent. There are a couple of quite good videos out about her. I think Daddy Longlegs has a decent one. Awakened ability is primarily for defense and a bit of cheese. I do think that she's not necessarily the absolutely kind of like insane, crazy type of must-have rank up, but I do think there are some good positive things about her, and it's kind of up to you. She's quite sturdy, quite reliable. There are definite positives about it. Full 6 stars. Finish 4-star grind. It's 12:40. I'm here. Alright, see you later then. See you later. Enjoy your rest. So original. Most original doesn't really step outside of the internet though. What do you mean step outside of the internet? Most critical. I don't think I quite understood that, Leo. What is the first round 6-star cutoff? 175 apparently. Apparently 175 was the cutoff for first round. Oh, big Vulture? I'm sure you do. And then I can hear your point of view and so on. Yeah, I know that. I need more video screenshots, pictures. Yes, I agree. What's 6-star going for? Well, round 1 was 175. Do you think the 7.4 Kang boss will be the one that was leaked? Yes, I do, because you know, that pretty much always has been the case. Only thing that guy has ever been wrong was last Kang boss not being Summer of Pain final boss, but instead being 7.3 final boss. But the fight was still accurate. So that was literally the only blemish on pretty much his perfect record. Other than that, everything he has data mined has been accurate. And even that, you know, it's just like a slight human error, much more than error of the information that he data mined. Back to MCC, awaken AA with Roman Gem or save for Hercules. I would awaken AA. I would awaken Archangel. Benefit from it now. Use Archangel to explore Act 7. Explore Act 7, and you're gonna get a generic gem that you can keep saving for Hercules. Sweet, and the rewards came from him too, so he's pretty... Yes. Yes, that's true. Bro Gambit or Emma to rank 2, both duped. It's kind of up to you. I have personally kind of always liked Emma more, especially because I use a fair amount of Colossus and stuff. At the same time, I can definitely see appeal to Gambit. He's kind of like Marmite. Some people love him, some people really don't. So, again, it's entirely up to you. I think I don't know, like right now, objectively I'd say Emma. Right now, since I have had the rank 5 Emma for ages, but I haven't had a ranked up Gambit, I would kind of say, out of curiosity, I would really want to rank up Gambit and see what he can do. But I do think that Emma is fairly stable and solid choice. So it's, again, kind of up to you. Both are, let's say, relatively similar in terms of overall quality. similar-ish. I don't think either one of them is kind of like the perfect mutant rank up. But obviously both are relatively good mutant champions. 5 Nexus. Alright. 5 Nexuses. It's actually going to be 6, I think. It's going to be 5 regular Nexuses and 1 class Nexus. Because that last selector is class Nexus. I think. Quite sure. I think. Alright. Charge a heavy attack. Boom. Heavy attack easily charged. Use that special. That's perfect. Hey, why is the duration not being... You little twat waffle. Still focusing on prestige. How's your 7.4 rewards? And what is your... I'm not abandoning prestige, but I'm not primarily focusing on it at the moment. That makes sense. Like, before gifting event and shit like that, stuff like that. Sorry, my bad. I'm trying not to cost as much. Before gifting event, I would have, like, just probably went with, like, Silver Surfer or name or rank up. Something like that. After the gifting event, you know, I don't want to rank up, like, Ghost or Mega Red or anything like that's super low prestige. But I'm definitely not going to be putting as much emphasis. Right now, I think my top option, right now, my front runner, personally in my head, is Nimrod. I think, because he's 6th in prestige overall, so he's just outside of the top 5. And I really been liking Nimrod and enjoying him, and I think he's cool. So he has, you know, not top 5 prestige, but almost. And yeah. So I think Nimrod is quite a decent option. Oh crap, no. I can't take shots like this with my Wasp. And now I'm getting incinerated because he's annoying. What's up, Fluffy? How am I doing? Welcome to the stream. Going to rank 4 I-Bomb as my first. Has been pretty good. That's good. Again, yeah. You know, if you like I-Bomb, rank I-Bomb. And nothing wrong with that. If you like I-Bomb, rank I-Bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Use it. There's nothing more annoying than Thing that refuses to use its special attacks and... Well, I mean, I'm sure there are a few things that are more annoying in Arena, but it's up there. Thing that does not use special attacks is really annoying. Can we just leave it there? Back currently in my millet. Nice. Very good job. Very good job, Devon. What's up, Reza? Grinding for the 6-star? I think so. I'm not like super committed to the 6-star grind. I'm gonna take it like day by day. If I, you know, if I don't have the willpower or whatever, I might end up just going for 5-star. But the current plan is to try and get that 6-star, yeah. Also haven't grinded for a 6-star in a really long time, and part of this is just kind of my curiosity, how difficult it would be for me to put up these points. It's an experiment of sorts. I want to see how many points I can put up without any unit, with kind of like what investment and stuff like that. Thinking rank 5 red cyclops just for fun. Hey, you do you. You do you. Rank 4 Starkey Sig 200 is only 13,900. Yeah, rank 4 Starkey prestige is really not great. Ranking up Starkey is kind of like a temporary, albeit fairly long-lasting prestige suicide. 6.2 Ultron is so brutal. My Spidey 2099 is helping me a lot. 6.2 Ultron, is he that bad? Well, he might be for some. Back in my day, we just quaked him. And he went down like the rest of them. Quickly and without complaints. That was it. Cap Sam Wilson is fun and decent. I don't think he's necessarily a champion that is best characterized as fun. I do think he's very purpose-built champion. I do think he's gonna be helpful in solo modes, like in Alliance War, or maybe Battlegrounds, if it matters. We don't know if it matters. And I do think he might be, like, you know, good for some specific kind of task at some point in future. That being said, I don't think he's gonna be ever overly popular champion. I don't think he's ever gonna be kind of like a must-have champ, but we'll see. And, you know, I'm gonna do it anyways. Well, do what you will, Q. Your account, your game, play it how you want. Alcock's coming in clutch for those biohazard nodes. Well, any robot would. That's not a fairly, you know, lead immunity at large is the most popular immunity in the game. So whilst I understand your happiness that you get to use the champion, but you know what I mean. I feel like this month's Kamiki is just a slog. This month's, just like last month in general, is kind of sluggish, let's face it. This month we are, however, in somewhat better situation because we actually do like some things to look forward to, more so than we did before. But let's face it, so far this year Kabam hasn't necessarily blown our socks off in any meaningful way. You know what I mean? Yeah, but get me. After getting in null mode, yeah, I know, after you get in null mode, there are a lot of champions. After using name or special 3, after use mysterious special 3, you know, there are crap ton of champions who do, you know, Airwalker after a proper special 3. There's a shit ton of champions who do stuff after. That's kind of like the key of MCOC, is that you want champions that do it snappy, for most part. I don't know, this like after level 3, you know. Shit ton of champions that do cool stuff after level 3. We primarily focus on the champions that do cool shit before level 3. Ah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Not shit. Not cool. Cool things. I'm gonna have a swear jar. I'm gonna get a swear jar. Kingpin special. No. Well, but Kingpin does cool stuff before he gets level 3. You know what I mean? Big difference. Just get ready in March. You will be busy 7.4 guides and be looking for... Yeah, don't worry. They will be out. Don't worry. They will be out, David. Like this month. I am gonna... What are you gonna... First rank 3 soon? You rank. Would I rank Mallman? Mallman, 100%. Mallman is much better. Mallman's much better overall rank up. Then Hitmonkey. In oscillation nodes, does the AI become passive when armor phase is active? Yes. AI typically does become passive when AI is active. 100%. Oh, I don't know where that yawn came from. I bet I need to start getting some energy drinks because I do plan on grinding quite a bit. I do need to grind a lot this evening. I don't think I will be able to go through my entire roster before I go to bed. But, you rank 4, 6 at Angela. Eventually, maybe. Right now, no. I do think Angela is awesome though, and I do think that, you know, if you really like Angela, go for it. But, you know, if question is for me, having all the options that I do and stuff like that, would I do it right now? No. There's a fair few champions that I'd like to rank before. You think rank 3 Sig 40 King Root or Unawakened Hyperion for first rank 3? I'd go with King Root. I'd go with King Root. Yeah, because rank 3 Unduped Hyperion is pretty much just the maxed out 5-star Hyperion. Because you increase your power gain duration, and you increase your fury duration, and you know that significantly affects the damage output and all that other stuff too. Like I have an unduped Hyperion that I'm in absolutely no rush to rank 3 until I dupe him. You know, I could give him a gem, which I probably will end up doing, but I'm not doing it so right now just because I'm still opening featured 6 star crystals, and I might pull him from there again. But you get the point. I don't think unduped Hyperion's worth anything more than a 5-star Hyperion. So yeah, I got King Groot, and King Groot's absolutely awesome. King Groot's insanely amazing, and everybody should love King Groot. Hail the king. And Groot the Groot, and rank up Mr. King Groot. What's up, Sergio? Thinking about grinding for a 5-star cap. Don't know his kit. Any good? Yeah, his kit's very good. His damage isn't. That's kind of his problem. But I do think he will be... He's kind of like a specialist champion. Again, purpose built. I don't think he's ever going to be champion somebody ranks up and just brings in a random quest as their main path clearer or something like that. He's built for specific things, and he will answer specific things. And champions like that are typically the champions I personally find more value in. You know, most of us have enough champions that are decent, good for a generic situation. What all of us can benefit from is the best champion in specific scenario. You understand what I mean? If you have 30 champions and all of them can do an average quest fight well enough, then you know you don't need 31st champion that can do that quest fight just as well, or slightly better, or slightly worse than the other champions that you have. You want a champion that can do fights really well that your other champions might not be as good against. You get my thinking there? So we can say, like, I don't know, Jubilee is perfectly adequate example of, you know, she's alright, her damage output is fine, she has some piece of utility, and, you know, she can do things well enough. But, you know, do any of us really race after Jubilee? No. Why? Well, it's simple. Because there's no point. Anything Jubilee does, you know, we have other champions for. They do it better. But champions like Ronan, you know, Ronan is important now. Champions like Magic or Nimrod or Human Torch. Human Torch is not good in Winter Soldier fight. There are, you know, 100 champions that are better than Human Torch against Winter Soldier. But he's still one of the best champions in the game. Why? Because there is a very specific set of fights where he's absolute best at. Found the line button. Hey, what's up, Messiah? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? As always, pleasure to see you here. Anti-Venom basic arena when? I don't know from my top of my head, sorry. How much do you plan on putting up for cap? Well, the cutoff was 175 round 1, so, you know, I'll probably go above that. Wait, debating between taking the 6-star Hype or Mojo at rank 3. Hype's duped. I have him as max 565 already. Mojo is 100. Well, I'd take up both eventually. Honestly, I do think it's probably... You're probably going to take up both eventually. So, you know, understand that. That being said, I'd still want a rank 3 Hype before I want Mojo, personally. And I like Mojo. I'm one of those guys who likes Mojo even offensively. But I'd still want to rank up that duped Hype first. So, how bad habit is sometimes bringing 5-star rank 1 against 5-star rank. Well, there you go. That's not a good habit, though. That's not a good habit. I'm stuck on 524 Masochism quest. I have a video specifically for you. If one of my moderators can leave a link for Master Aegon, that would be super helpful. There are a couple of champions that counter Masochism perfectly, like primarily Apocalypse, for instance. Apocalypse completely ignores Masochism node, 100% of it. But yeah, I do have a video special for you. Also, I do have a stream where I do 524. No, wait, not yet. Oh, that's where I stopped. I need to... no, I didn't. But yeah, anyways. I do have a video to help you. Anybody can find it for you. Master Dragon, that'd be awesome. Back on the grind. I'm grinding for the dupe now. You kind of suck. Nothing's working. I've been messing around with the new AW tactics. Not much. I actually skipped previous war, and the war before that I only had a couple of fights. So I actually haven't done any actual fight with that new tactic alive. I'm excited for 7.4? Well, yeah, but at this point I'd be excited for pretty much anything, you know? But yeah, I will 100% it in the first week, I promise you. Probably in the first 2 days or first 3 days or something like that. I will 100% it very fast. I always do. So yeah, don't worry. I'll be streaming when it goes live. And then I'm gonna go get some sleep. And I'll restart streaming in the morning. And I'll stream in midday. And I'll stream in afternoon. And, you know, I'll get through it. Maybe it's just me, but when I took Human Torch against Mystics in the camp, not in Science chapter, he felt a bit underwhelming. It's just you. You're spoiled. At that point, you should realize that you're already kind of spoiled. I think. Yeah? Have I decided who's going to be my next rank 4? I haven't made any final decision. I don't have any grand declaration to make. But currently, the top option looks to be Nimrod. Keeping Battlegrounds in mind, whom should I rank up? All unduped. Well, again, with Battlegrounds in mind, you should procrastinate your rank ups as much as you can, because a lot of that is going to depend on what nodes are going to be there, and it might end up being like incursions where it's just not worth ranking champions for Battlegrounds. But Ebony Maw is a god in Battlegrounds in pretty much all the node combinations that we have seen so far. So far, pretty much Ebony Maw is like top 5 Battleground champion on it for offense and defense. Like, you know, he's just a beast. So, keeping that in mind, it's 100% Ebony Maw. Ebony Maw is just filthy. It's filth in Battlegrounds. Did you watch video? So 1 year old. So I have APOC. Well, APOC is very, very, very good for that. Warlock can work quite well. And then, you know, there are different strategies they kind of discuss in the video. I should make a new version of that video, probably. I should make a new version of that video. Because, you know, that video is over 1 year old and people keep asking for it. And even though the base points don't change, there are nuances that have changed. As in, obviously, we have a lot more champion examples and stuff like that. Nimrod, that would be an awesome rank 4. Well, thanks. Yeah, Nimrod currently is my front runner, so to speak. So get in, just pull 6-star longshot. What do you think? What I personally think of longshot, I'm not the biggest fan. Honestly, longshot kind of creeps me out because he only has like 3 fingers. So like, or 4 fingers. He's basically missing a finger. That that put aside, the very real finger issue put aside, and that is a real issue. I don't care what anybody says. It's a problem. The very real finger issue put aside, I'm not the biggest fan of longshot. I think longshot is kind of like a track car. Very good for very specific thing, but not necessarily, you know, a car you want to be using daily. It's perfect to take it out, have some fun with when longshot works, you know, and just enjoy. Kind of like a track day car, something like that. But as a champion, reasonably, when you look at longshot as a Mystic champion, anything he does, other Mystic champions do too. Like, you know, Fate Seal and kind of burst of damage, and if opponent has a ton of buffs, then you get, you know, increase in damage. You know, there's a shit ton of champions who do things like that in Mystic class. And that is not when you need Mystic champion to be great for most part. If opponent, you know, procs 10 buffs, you know, in quick concession, pretty much any Mystic champion or most Mystic champions are going to destroy that fight. Some quicker, some slower. So you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a gimmick a bit. When an opponent has ton of buffs, Longshot might have potentially the most damage from Mystics in class. But you know, then again, Morningstar is not far behind. Mordo can do a ton of damage. Magic can do a ton of damage with level 3. Ronan can stun lock forever and stuff like that. What you need to evaluate is like how well, you know, Mystic champions work in subpar fights. And then you look at champions like Claire and Doom and Tigra, and Tigra is a bit different, but Sorcerer Supreme, so on and so forth. Then there are so many more Mystic champions that can basically do everything you would ever use Longshot for, and much more. So when it comes to ranking up, Longshot is more of a guilty pleasure rank up because you want to have some fun. And I did, you know, I did rank 5 my 5-star Longshot. Because, yeah, you know, it's fun. You know, I ranked him up and I had my fun with him. But it's not like it's a rank up that, you know, drastically altered my account's ability to deal with some problems or stuff like that. No, it's not. Like, he's not a bad champion though, you know. If he works, he works. That's an Overseer, rank 3 or me, negative on Awakened for defense. Well, I like Overseer and I love Negative. Both are awesome. What are my thoughts? I think that both of them can do cool things. That's what I think. That's what I think. I enjoy both of them. I have an unduped rank 3 Mr. Negative. And I have a 660 Overseer. And I use both of them. I like both of them. Only reason my grinding came back was after seeing Acton rewards. We'll get done. Well, there you go. Grind it out then. Rank 4 power range. Yeah, rank 4 power range villain would be cool. I completely agree. I think it would be cool. And he's like 6th highest in prestige as well, so keep that in mind, you know? That's also not bad. Before gifting event, I would have just said Silver Surfer would be my next rank up. Because, you know, prestige kind of mattered more to me. As of right now, well, as the game, you know, economy and the prestige balance race thing is completely screwed over, not inclined to chase for it that much. I don't want, like, you know, rank up Ghost or something that has no prestige at all, but I'm not gonna be ranking, you know, Thor Ragnarok and Silver Surfer next. What's up, Darken? How are you doing? How are you doing, Darken? Going for Mutant after 7.4. Well, best of luck to you, Yash. Best of luck. I think he's dead. Against 20-30 PR opponent. He just smells them. What are you talking about, Devanch? What are you talking about there? Just got my 800th champion game. Nice, congratulations. Never run MD and just unlocked it. Does it require units to max it out? No, it doesn't. You do not need units to put points in MD. How much would Stealthy benefit from rank 2? As much as any other champion. You know, hits harder, has more HP, gains slightly more power. Like, what do you want to tell me? How much does Stealthy benefit from rank 2? About as much as also Bloodstone does. How about that? How am I supposed to answer that? Just curious. Not trying to be mean. As in, like, I'm just, yeah, curious as to what kind of answer you are looking for there. Agree on LS. I don't know, one trick ponies. Unless it's one hell of a trick. Yeah, and again, you can rank kind of like champions that's very good for like one specific thing. But again, when it comes to Longshot as a Mystic champion, there certainly are plenty of better alternatives in my opinion. Not to say that he's, you know, a bad rank up per se. But I don't think he's like a must-have champion by any means. I don't think there has ever been a single piece of content where you go like, if only I had Longshot, I'd, you know, smash this easy. It's kind of like a win more scenario. where, you know, anything you will use longshot, or almost anything you use longshot for, you can use Morningstar for, or Ronan, or whoever. And, you know, if opponent doesn't have buffs, then, you know, you're just probably gonna end up using Herc or Ghost and stuff like that. What's up, Stone Man? How are you doing? When are the best Science and Cosmic champs for Cav EQ? Science and it depends on nodes. There are like 3 different nodes. Cosmic champs, typically the best Cosmic champs for Cav EQ. Angela, Venom. Angela and Venom are typically like some of the best Cosmic champions for those things. Angela, Venom, Hercules, and Odin's pre-fights. You can basically make any Cosmic champion good for Cav EQ, or almost any, if you have Odin's pre-fights active. And for Science, for this particular month in Science, Luke Cage is the best. For this month specifically, Luke Cage is an absolute monster. But other than that, you know, Immortal Abomination is really good. Mr. Fantastic, Human Torch typically are really, really good. Especially if you use Mr. Fantastic synergy with like She-Hulk or something to get the pre-fights going and stuff. You can do some interesting things. So yeah. Yeah, I'm stingy with the rank ups. Lots of good champs on the bench. I don't know if I can say that I'm stingy with rank ups. But, you know, there's always... I do about 9 out of 10 rank ups with a specific purpose in mind. And I understand that I'm in position where I have plenty of champions ranked up, so I can have sillier and smaller reasons to rank up those champions. And then I have a rank up like about 1 in 10, I'd say. So probably around 1 in 10 that I kind of do just because. Funsies and stuff. On top of that, recently a significant portion of my rank ups is just me talking to my teammates, asking what do we need offensively or defensively for war or AQ or alliance or defense, stuff like that. So I do talk with White Mummy a lot, and recently, I don't know, around half of my rank ups have been kind of like after discussing what we kind of need. It's not like he tells me what I should rank. It's kind of like most of the time where I have been kind of thinking about ranking up those champions anyways. It's just, I don't know, like Ebony Maw. I had been thinking about ranking up Ebony Maw because I kind of like him, because I heard that he's going to be really good for the battlegrounds, because I have been seeing more and more guaranteed crit champions and guaranteed crit nodes where I think he can like cheese the stuff. So I had been thinking of ranking Ebony Maw for a while. And then the guy who placed him on defense in our bulk group left the team, and we needed new Ebony Maw. So I was fairly quick to volunteer to rank Ebony Maw, because I was kind of already thinking about it, and if it being 100% honest, I was just kind of like looking for a final reason or excuse. And that is how many of my rank ups kind of come about. It was similar to, let's say, when I duped Cersei, for example. I was thinking maybe she's quite good. I do think that might be something a bit more to her and stuff like that. I was like, it'd be interesting to test it out. We needed Cersei. I happened to dupe her. I was like, yeah, fine, I'll do it. You know. I already did a guilty pleasure mistake rank up last month, rank 3 Sasquatch. I might actually end up ranking Sasquatch quite soon as well. I might do Sasquatch quite soon as well. There's Mangog, Sasquatch, and Man-Thing that might all go. I just got back my grades for the semester, finished first my course. Nice! Congratulations, Darkin. Congratulations. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you pushed as hard as you did. Awesome for you. Happy. Was Variant 8 as hard as people say? No. Variant 8 was not as hard as people say it is. Variant 8 was not as hard as people say it is. Angela, there you go. Yeah. Don't pre-fight with Blackwell. Oh. Crit monster effect. I don't know what you mean, Lawrence. I don't quite understand you. Hey, what's up, Maladar? How are you doing? How are you doing, Maladar? 1 second. I hear a knock on my door. I hear a knock on my door. Well, hello there, and welcome. Welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing? Who are your bench warmers? Oh, that's not for me. Can go get ready for music stream, man. Thanks for the company. Oh, you're welcome. Always my pleasure. Always here, always my pleasure. What do you think the easiest variant is? Variant 4, I think arguably is the easiest one. If you have 1-star health. I think variant 4 is probably easy, definitely easiest to complete, I think. Villain variant is also quite easy to complete, but variant 4 I kind of feel is probably overall the easiest. It doesn't have the updated rewards though, so that kind of sucks. Variant 5, 6, 7, and 8 have like the new set of rewards, so those are more worth so doing. Killmonger hits like a noodle. How do I bump his damage? Killmonger doesn't hit like a noodle. Low sig Killmonger might hit like a noodle. A lot of Killmonger's damage is hidden in his sig and your ability to benefit from his sig. If you want to bump his damage, you know, there are several synergies who help and do that. But typically, what you need is to have high sig on Killmonger and actually take a couple of hits in your block on purpose to trigger your reverb as your True Strike is active. And then you can do much more damage. And ideally time your special attacks when both True Strike and reverb's active. Then he does much more damage. Look at that, 1 dead Venom. I want more class rank 2 gems. Yeah, me too. I want much more gems. I want all the gems. I want all the gems. I want as many rank up gems as I can get. Rank 4 your Ebony? No, I don't plan to. I got sleep before I start saying dumb stuff. Well, it's a bit too late for that. It's a bit too late for that. You already asked how much stealthy benefits from rank 2 compared to rank 1. So, whilst I appreciate the thought process, your lack of self-awareness and evident reality is as astonishing as ever. It's a bit late for that damage. Or it depends on what type of roster you have, normal and hero. Yeah, it does, but in variant 4 it doesn't matter. In variant 4 is kind of like the best and easiest for small accounts. You only need like a handful of reasonably decent 5-star champions, and then, you know, everybody has some 4 stars and 3 stars and stuff that they can rank up. I think variant 4 is the first one most people will be able to kind of complete, initially speaking. Probably. Wrapping up some stuff in game before I go back and finish a music project I'm working on. Nice, that's good. Did you have your interview with Prof? I heard that you guys are going to be doing an interview. Actually, I was quite interested to listen to that one. You know, I'd listen to that one very cautiously to see whether you guys talk any shit about me. Just kidding. Nah, I'm just genuinely curious about your individual kind of experiences, and but you know, I think you're a fairly interesting guy to be interviewed. So yeah, I was looking forward to that one. I didn't see it uploaded yet, so I didn't know. Look at them poisons, though. Look at them poisons. Swiss cheese fact: most hard Swiss cheese require minimum 4 months maturation, however, active full maturity. That's fascinating. That's interesting. Good to know. Thanks for letting us know, Mark Campbell. Critting monster related to be critting frequently with the funky synergy. Well, I mean, it should be helpful, yeah. It'd be quite nice. Why don't I get any more Furies? Seriously, dude, wish you were CCP. You heard this crash Balgrants, especially with your roster too. Don't worry. It doesn't matter who did well in that tiny 30 or 60 people Balgrants thing. You know, eventually Balgrants are gonna go live. You know. And then we're gonna see. And then we'll be able to see. Yeah, but get me. Orange 6 stars collecting dust at rank 1 down. Oh, I do have quite a lot of. Well, yeah, I have plenty of those as well. Like Strife, for instance. Long shot. Whatever. Quite a lot of 6 stars that are just collecting dust at rank 1. The new progression title, do you think? I hope so. I do hope so. And if there will be a new progression title, then there will be a requirement to have a rank 4 6 star. I'm very certain of it. Very certain. No, not yet soon. Well, very well then. I'll keep my eye peeled when you guys sit down. Keep my eye peeled. But yeah, I do think that, you know, next progression title requirement is going to be complete Act 7 and have a rank 4 6 star. Good night, Ash. Good night. What's up, Dulmat? How are you doing? How much points do you get with one round of 6 stars? I have not grinded in ages, so I don't remember. It used to be like 10 or 11 million, but I don't even remember specifically, and that has a while ago. So I'm gonna be able to answer that question after tomorrow's stream at some point. But should be fairly decent amount. Should be a fairly decent amount. There we go. Wonderful. Easy win. Thanks a lot, bro. Very kind of you. My pleasure. Pity not being in CCP guarantees impartiality. I don't view myself as that. But it definitely does make it easy not to try and have like some sort of specific point or affiliate. Anyways, I do think it's for the better. Obviously. I do think it's for the better. Do you think there will be a completion offer at 7.4? I do think there will be a completion offer. There has been a completion offer after every single chapter of Act 6 and or 7. I'm not certain whether it is going to be 12k units or 3.5k units, though. Because Act 6, every offer was 12 or 10k units, something like that. Act 7 so far, every offer has been 3.5k units. I understand that they could change it. And as you know, the final offer, the big offer, make it up 12k. So I do think that is a possibility. But I also think it's a very feasible possibility that they have just switched to 3.5k unit offers. But yeah, I'd be willing to bet every penny that I own that there will be some sort of unit offer after completing 7.4. Which isn't that much money, by the way. I just made it sound more dramatic. Really not. It's not impressive amount. Oh. Hey, what's up, Marine? How are you doing? Welcome, and thank you for the fiver, man.
Marine 31 $5. Hope you get him, bro.
I hope too. I hope so too. It's gonna be interesting to see because I haven't grinded for a 6-star for over half a year, I think. If we don't count like a 6-star Odin basic grind that I missed anyways. Other than that, I think it's been like half a year since I last, or if not more, since I last grinded for a champion. So I don't really know what points I can put up and stuff like that, and I don't even know really if I'll be able to commit to it as much, because obviously, you know, my relationship with the game is not exactly how it was half a year ago or whatever. So we'll see. If I don't, you know, I might just calm down, grind for the 5-star. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. At least not again a rank requirement. There will be a rank requirement, but I feel that this rank requirement is going to be much easier to achieve, because you are guaranteed to have a rank 4 6-star, or ability to have a rank 4 6-star, if you 100% Act 7. And 100% Act 7 today is much easier than it was to 100% Act 6 when Thronebreaker came out. You understand what I mean? Act 6, you know, there are a crap ton of people who haven't 100%ed Act 6 today. Act 6, you know, is a very peculiarly nasty piece of content for a lot of people. And therefore, 100% exploring it, you know, has never been on the table for a ton of players. But that was a way to guarantee a fully formed tier 5 class Catalyst Crystal and your ability to become Thronebreaker. But with Act 7, you're not going to have that problem, because Act 7 has been significantly easier, and everybody can do it, you know. 100% Act 7, just need to put in a bit of work. Much more fair and easy and fast. But there will, you know, it's not that I'm saying that there should be. It's not that I'm saying that that is what I would do or how I would do with the game. But I do believe that since they have started with these rank up requirements, they are not ever going away again. Otherwise, it would just look random and silly that they only did it for Thronebreaker and never bring back up, you know what I mean? So I do believe that there will be a rank requirement, and it's going to be a rank 4 6-star. I will ask tomorrow again. Fair play, Barati. Ask tomorrow again. Which gods are being included in 6-star crystals? So Quake next time. No. Doubt we're gonna get 6-star Quake for a very long time. I don't think that's gonna happen. KDM exploring 7.1, and you are correct, it's fun, but you don't even need to read the notes. 7.1 you don't really need to read that much. 7.2 and 3 is where much more reading is happening, especially 7.3. 7.3 is much more reading compared to previous ones. And there you go. Told you it's fun. When for Legends run the CQ, do you think 3 hours and 35 seconds? Yes, I do. 3 hours 35 seconds. Normally, I think, again, it's been a really long time since I cared or did anything Legends related. But as far as I know, if you hit around 3 hours, you're typically safe. Most months it's kind of like 3 hours 20, 3:15, 3:30, 3:40 is the cutoff. So very rarely it's under 3 hours when the cutoff is. So yeah, I think it should be safe. And for almost guaranteed to be needed for your title. Yeah, exactly. Rank 4 almost guaranteed to be needed. Low on gold at the moment. So I'm debating whether or not it's worth to use it on leveling 6 stars. I only use an arena. Well, if you're low on gold, it's worth trying to grind more arena or do some more incursions and stuff. That's an option too. Just saying. But I personally think, I mean, like, if you only have 7.5 mil gold, you know, I'd try to keep myself always like at least 5 million or something like that. And then just, you know, don't use it otherwise. When in CCP, whether you like or not, you're compromised. Yeah, I agree. I agree, exactly, because subconsciously you would, I know exactly, I have spoken about it multiple times. There is that experiment where, like, to explain it briefly, to understand like how people's biases and brains work in these situations. There's a very good experiment where basically a group of researchers hired an expert marksman and just, you know, gave him a gun, asked him to shoot the target. So that expert marksman shot the target, you know, pretty much dead on. Very little kind of margin of error, and, you know, there was no pattern. It all basically hit in there about the center of the target. And then, you know, 20 minutes later, they put a very valuable vase that's like 800 years old 1 meter away from the target, so not very close, not even very close. Yeah, so they put it next to the target, like 1 meter away. Like in the first attempt, the marksman didn't even come close to that area, right? So after the first attempt, he would not have damaged the vase anyhow, is what I'm trying to say. There would have been a significant distance, like a meter of distance, more than a meter of distance, where closest bullet landed to that vase. The point is, in the second attempt, when he got asked exactly the same thing, just shoot the target. Subconsciously, the marksman moved, you know, all of his shots, you know, to the right, to like 20, 30 centimeters. Even though he was not told that he can't damage the vase, he was not told to change anything or do anything. He was asked exactly the same instruction: shoot it the best you can. And subconsciously, the man, understanding that how valuable something is and that, you know, he doesn't want to damage it or the worst can happen and stuff like that. And he tried to shoot the best he can, but subconsciously he leaned to one side, away from the expensive object. And that is, you know, what happens to a human brain. And that is also what happens to, what I believe happens to a lot of CCP members, or just in general people who are very invested in a particular subject or have a specific opinion or are close, yeah, whether that's social group or political group or anything else. I do generally believe that it affects the way people express themselves just by subconscious kind of lean towards one side. 100% Act 6. I'm still debating on whether to do is because of the Awakening Gem Crystal. Well, realistically, I think Act 6 objectively is like one of the last things you should try and 100% in the game. For the most part, you can invest your resources better elsewhere. We'll see what kind of dumb stuff 7.4 brings. I'm afraid there's going to be a lot more paradox, because I did play 7.4 beta. I explored all of 7.4 in beta. There was a ton of paradox. It was basically the same as 7.3, even slightly more annoying, to be honest. It wasn't hard. It was just... I really didn't like paradox, man. I really don't like paradox. 6th Earthquake will get released 1 hour before they shut down MCOC server. Well, probably like a week or a month before that. Yeah, I agree. That's the only time I think we can see 6th Earthquake. You can get rank 4 after Act 7 100% according to leaked rewards, so it's almost the same thing. And it's not really the same thing, Barrow. I just explained the difference about 15-20 minutes ago. Because Act 7 is actually significantly easier right now than Act 6 was at the time 6.4 came out, or at the time the Thronebreaker got announced. And there are a crap ton of people who still haven't explored Act 6 and pretty much will never explore Act 6. Or will do that as like a very last type of thing. But pretty much everybody who plays Act 7 likes Act 7, and you know, it's very, very feasible that those people will try to explore Act 7. So getting this title, whatever is going to come after, it's going to be actually drastically easier. Because again, Thronebreaker title has been like around for like a year plus, and 7.4 has been around for even longer than that. And you know, even though we have better rosters than we had back then, even though there are more rank up materials available and all that other crap, there is a ton of people who don't even want or will ever explore Act 6, but all those same people will play Act 7. So this new title should, in theory, cause a lot less divide and issues like Thronebreaker did, because Act 7 as a content is much more doable, tolerable, and wildly more accepted. So, you know, that is like a very big difference, I think. I think 7.3 when you can adjust. Well, you can do that too as well. You can do that, Huffle. I can't read, I only recognize pictures. Hey, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. You do you. If that's, you know, that has worked out for you so far, who am I to tell you otherwise? Do you see the 7 stars come to the game this year? This year, no. No. I would see that if relics would not be in a plan, but I do think that relics are likely to push the 7 stars to the next year or something like that. I don't think 7-star is going to come this year. Maybe 7-star shards, maybe, and we're going to start hoarding for them, but I don't think them joining the game. The entire point and the entire selling point that we were told about relics, and just so I can say it clearly, I'd much rather play this game without relics, but with 7 stars coming sooner. That's my personal opinion. I'd much rather get 7 stars earlier than have relics and 7 stars a year later. You understand what I mean? So I hope relics work out, but I certainly have never been for introducing them in a game. Yeah, that has been my opinion on that. That being said, 7 stars are still an inevitability eventually, because relics can't, you know, delay it forever. And eventually it'll come. But the point of relics is to make sure it doesn't happen as early. Given the fact that relics have not even arrived in the game, I don't think 7 stars have a chance to come here this year. Invite to the member line chat. I think I accidentally left it. Dulman, yes, you can get an invite to member line chat. If we have JJ or somebody, there you go, JJ is sorting you out. Who are some good champs for Legends run? Corvus, Ghost, Hitmonkey. For monthly when kind of thing. Those are, I think, 3 best ones. Because basically you just want guaranteed crits for the most part. I think Corvus, Ghost, Hitmonkey are kind of like the best ones, probably. Most likely those 3. Corvus, Ghost, Hitmonkey, I think, are the best ones. Running more arena for gold. Then you should also do incursions at least twice a month, because you can get some solid gold chunks in incursions. And daily events. If you can, try and do all the daily events, because those uncollected golden crystals and stuff add up. Next progression title based on 2-3 rank 4 6-star would make sense if the trickle feeding. No, I think it's just gonna be just the one. I think it's just gonna be the one rank 4 6-star. I think if they did any harsher than that, then there would be much more backlash. I do think it's just gonna be the one. There we go. Sports bias is the same. You penalty call based on team you support. Yeah, exactly. Sports bias is pretty much exactly the same. You're absolutely right. Okay, you're 100% right. Angry Act 6 exploration should be lost. So glad to get a wise and start Explore Act 7 first. Nice. Very good line, Liam. Glad to be of help. Glad to be of help. Book 1 reward should have been, I think, on to... Book 1 reward should have... What are you talking about there? Green challenges or Act 6 100% worst. I believe if you are a Thronebreaker player already, Green challenges come first. I think Green challenge come first. I might be wrong. I actually have a video just like that I need to rehash as well. Actually need to start writing this down because I have a couple of videos that I need to put back in, but I believe that Act 6 100%ing comes last. And with crit on block synergy can do legends as well. Aegon with crit on block synergy can do legends as well. No, I don't think so. Because you don't really ramp up the combo. You just waste a crap ton of time doing pretty much no damage initially. Again, okay, let me put it like this. I don't think Aegon is remotely one of the better options for a monthly Legends run. I might be wrong. And if you have some concrete examples, I would like to hear about them. If you have done it yourself or know somebody who did it with Aegon, I would like to hear about it. But in theory, Aegon does not remotely sound good to me for Legends runs. Yeah, I think that makes it clear. What you want is to have as high damage immediately as possible from the very first hit of the fight or from the very first combo of the fight. For heroic maps, you don't even want to land a full combo. You want opponent to be dead with 1, 2, 3 hits. Masters maps, you want opponent to be dead like with a 2 combos or something like that. And you need to understand that that is the length of the fight that matters. Not how quickly you beat Winter Soldier, not how quickly you beat like uncollected opponent or whatever. What matters is how quickly you beat the heroic and masters opponent. Aegon with Sentry gives a guaranteed crit after a well-timed block. That's how I got. I still don't think Aegon is that great. I think if you got 317 with Aegon, you probably could have gotten 310 with I don't know, Corvus or Ghost, something like that. Might be wrong. And that synergy, you know, that synergy does make it viable. That synergy does make it viable. But I still don't think it's better option than Hitmonkey or Corvus or Ghost. But fair play. That synergy does make it viable. And Cavalier, but EQ counts difficult for me. I think I need more power. Well, that means you just need to play more, you need to practice more, you need to get more champions. That's about it. Can 5-star rank 5 do legends? Possible, I guess. I don't know. It depends how many other people do. I would not try it anymore. I would not try with 5-star rank 5 to do legends run anymore. Again, you know, 5-star rank 5 Corvus used to be able to do legends even when the rank 3 champions existed. I don't know if it still is the case. At the moment, there are so many rank 3 champions around that I would not feel confident investing, what, 40 energy refills or 50 energy refills and 3 hours worth of boosts and do it with 5-star. It might work, or it just might be a huge waste of time and refills and stuff. So I personally would not try. I guess I know what I'm doing next weekend. Well, there you go, Dulmat. Best of luck to you. I refuse to do Labyrinth Kareen challenge. Yeah, Labyrinth Kareen challenges are quite nasty. Labyrinth Kareen challenges are the worst ones by far. The Canadian one, the Sabertooth one, is reasonable. It's good. It's like what? You can do it under 30 revives and it's actually quite fun. The other two are just way too much. The other two are not good. They're bad. They're not challenges. They're kind of like pay, you know, pay your revive tax and be miserable for this amount of time kind of thing. It's not a challenge. It's a revive tax. What's up, Dragonman? How are you doing? 5-star rank 5 work maybe with suicide 2 points. Well, suicides are a must. Let me put that clear. Suicides are a must. Anyways, so no, it doesn't change it. When I talk about legends runs for any champion, you automatically assume boost and suicides are involved. You don't even try legends runs without boost and suicide master race. CGR good for KVQ? Yeah. CGR should be quite good for KVQ, I suppose. Why not? Escobam said anything on elite rewards? No, they never do. They never do. But, you know, they are likely to be accurate. But no, they have not. What's up, Mr. Petro? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Roster that has strength across all classes. You need roster that has strength across all classes. Also need challenge. Alright. Can I please have some sort of red button for Putin? Red button for Putin. I mean, I suppose we can arrange that. Who here wants a red button for Putin? I have to warn you, red button is not for the faint of heart. Red button is not made for the sensitive viewers. If your skin is of snowflakey disposition, red button might be harmful to your health. If you are in a public space, if we end up playing red button, it would be in your best interest to put in your earphones, lower the volume, or just, you know. Hey, Enzo is coming in with 20. Thank you very much, Enzo. It's very generous. Thank you very much. How is the YouTube life? The giant storm in England now has hit Switzerland and we are getting so much snow.
Enzo Eigen 20 Swiss francs. How is the YouTube life? The giant storm in England now has hit Switzerland and we are getting so much snow.
Well, I'm gonna quickly answer to Enzo and then we can do red button. Anyhow, the storm was horrible actually here. And it has been awful. It still is kind of awful. It's still super windy and it demolished, destroyed, wrecked my fence. To a point where I was trying to mend it the best I could, you know, for a full day. And hang in there, Enzo. I hope everyone's safe. I hope you do well. How's YouTube life? It has its ups and downs. There are going to be some changes and stuff happening soon for me, but we'll get there when we get there. But anyways, thank you very much. Do you finish all difficulties to do legends? No. To do legends, you need to do heroic and master level difficulty. Heroic and master mode. So, anyone and everyone, you have been warned. Red button is gonna come, and it's not gonna sound nice. It is gonna be mean. People of more sensitive disposition, please switch away. If you're in public space, then put in your headphones or lower the volume. If you're nearby people whose opinion you care about, then again, switch off the volume. Or if you're nearby somebody who you are trying to scare away, turn up the volume and direct this message directly at them. Here we go.
You dirty, stuck-up, sadistic, shit-eating, cock-sucking, butt-fucking, penis-smelling, crotch-grabbing, ball-licking, semen-drinking, dog-raping, Nazi-loving, child-touching, cow-humping, perverted, spineless, heartless, mindless, dickless, testicle-choking, urine-gargling, jerk-offing, horse-face, sheep-fondling, toilet-kissing, self-centered, feces-puking, dildo-shoving, snot-spitting, crap-gathering, big-nose, monkey-slapping, bastard-screwing, bean-shitting, fart-knocking, sack-busting, splooge-tasting, bear-blowing, head-swallowing, bitch-snatching, hand-jobbing, donkey-caressing, mucus-spewing, anal-plugging, hole-grabbing, uncircumcised, sewer-sipping, whoremongering, piss-swimming, midget-munching, douchebag, hole-biting, carnivorous, mail-order prostituting asshole! You just couldn't let me get to it first, could you? You just had to steal my thunder. So it seems that the angry video game nerd has officially become the irate gamer to my incredible genius. Okay, alright. That was too...
Anyways, back to the serious questions that matter most. Is Kingpin worth rank 3 and duped? Absolutely, in my opinion, yes. Yes. I have helped Ukrainian girl and her mother escape to Switzerland. Such a poor situation. That's very, very nice of you. I'm very glad you helped somebody, Enzo. That's such a great thing to do as well. That's awesome. Well, I mean, obviously, the situation is messed up and suck, but definitely very nice of you, Enzo. What is that I can get a video? I can drop you a link for that if you really want to. It's from Nostalgia, the critic insult. 1 second. I can pass you a link to the sound clip. There we go. There we go. Nostalgia. There.
Shut up and take my money!
Adrian Goya 10 Romanian lei. Thanks a lot for all the quality content.
You're very welcome, Adrian. You're very welcome, and thank you very much for 10 of the Romanian monies. Also very generous. Here is the link for that, the red button, as it's dubbed on this channel. That is the channel's red button. That button gets used when poop hits the rotating air circulation unit. That is when the red button gets used. The first Spider-Man 2099. Any good? Just pull him. Yeah, he's quite good. You know, he's quite good. But with 4 stars, you should not overly focus on them. You know, before long, you're gonna start getting 5 stars and stuff like that. And in Act 6 and 7, you can't use 4 stars at all. So when it comes to 4-star champions, you know, they need to kind of play around and get used to a champion. But I would not personally recommend using like tier 4 catalysts on many of them, stuff like that. It's good to rank up a couple of 4 stars as you start the game at the very beginning. But like when I played my mini account, I didn't even rank 5 a single 4-star, to be honest. I took a couple to rank 4, but at that point, you know, you kind of get a couple of 5 stars and you just start focusing on 5 stars. So, you know, it's good that you have him. He's a good champion in general. He might help you. But I wouldn't try to overly focus on that 4-star version of a champion. Got Legends in December, 230, 565, 180 Corvus, boost only first level. So there you go, very good, Matthew McCall. Good for you. So that means that less and less people are running them. That means probably you can get it with the rank 5 5-star. Yeah, that definitely means that less and less people are running monthly Legends runs. You can save this in your bookmark. Well, whatever makes you happy, Alexa. Whatever makes you happy. James, cheers, I'm going to be starting to 100% 7.3. In a couple of videos, he was one of your top options. Yeah. And he will still put in a ton of work, even on Awakened. Trust me on that. My 3 my 6-star CMM gave her 120 generic 6 stones. I have 5-star duped and 6-star unduped Nick Fury as well. Good decision on that. Well, if you enjoyed the champion, then it's a good decision. If you think she's good. If you just ranked her up just because, you know, then that might not be the wisest thing. I'm personally not the biggest fan. But I'm not saying, you know, that she's a bad champion. It's just that I personally don't enjoy it too much. But, you know, I do think she's a good champion. And I do think that if you like her, then you're going to get good use out of her. So whether it's a good or bad decision entirely depends on yourself. Of course, rank 3 worth it without suicides. Honestly, at this point, I don't think I would. I mean, some people might disagree with me, but whenever I play Chorus's suicides, it just feels bad. There's so many better options in Cosmic class for no suicide play. Even like Odin. I genuinely rank up Odin for the most part before I rank up Chorus if I don't run Suicide Master Race. Same as I would with like Venom and Venom Fall probably too, and you know, plenty of other chaps. I don't think I would. Unless you play relatively like lowish level AQ map. Like if you play AQ map 5 or 6, then I would. Because even without suicides, you know, you'd probably be able to deal with those maps with Corvus. When is 7.4 coming? Well, my guess is that 7.4 is coming on 16th. My guess is that 7.4 is coming on 16th of March. Because update should be dropping on 7th or 8th of March. 9th of March is new content release date. So new Cavi queue, new side event and stuff like that. And typically a week after regular content drops, the big content of the month drops. So I'd say it's 16th of March when I expect 7.4 drop. War season? Well, war season now is the 3rd off-season war. So war season should start on 2nd of February. War season should start on 2nd of February, yes. I think it's 2nd of February. And I realized you can get the 3-4 new champs in one rotation. Made the value feature counts even more abysmal. There you go. Value featured counts really isn't all that great, is it now, Lawrence? What's up, Hamp? How are you doing? Guess I'll wait. My only other option is Arcus. I'd just probably wait. Unless it's for Thronebreaker. Let me make one thing clear, Daniel. If you were asking whether it's worth the rank 3 Corvus to become Thronebreaker, I'd say do it immediately. You know, it's worth ranking up, I don't know, Symbiote Spider-Man to become Thronebreaker and stuff like that. Just do it, you know. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with waiting a bit. There's nothing wrong with waiting a bit. But yeah, New War season is 2nd of March, I believe. Thanks for your LOL map. Finally got so bored that I did a completion run using your Colossus shortcut. Nice. Nice, good job, man. Hope you enjoyed it. The more and more I play, the less I care about suicides. Diablo is the only reason I ever really turned them on and for Arena. Actually, I'm kind of the opposite. The more I play, the more I realize that this is how I enjoy the game for most part. There are things that suicides get in the way of, 100%. But ultimately, when I'm forced to spend larger amount of time without suicide masteries, I realize how much more I enjoy using them and the game. Like, I feel like I enjoy this game more when I have them active. To kind of sum it up, very simply put. I understand that there are sacrifices that I make and champions that I can't fully benefit, you know, from their abilities and stuff like that. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, when I log in the morning and I want to do things, do I feel better having them on or off? 100% on. Rank 3 goes to my first. Now I got 15 rank 3 champions. Nice. Good job, man. And I do believe that suicide masteries are very, very meaningful. Already Thronebreaker, my first rank 3 was Ghost. Nice, good job. Good job. Every time I turn suicides off, I feel like the game's... Yeah, exactly. Every time I take them off, I feel like something's not right. I feel like I'm stuck in mud. I feel like I'm struggling. You know what I mean? I just feel like, the game's slow and nothing works. I feel like my numbers are pathetically small, and I think that everything takes unreasonably large amount of time. Just to clarify, Act 7 leaked exploration rewards. Title Seminole ban. Well, it could be that it doesn't show up in those leaked rewards because just like your like uncollected and Cavalier and Thronebreaker title, it's delivered in mail. You know? Or it can also be that they will distribute that title retroactively, like they did with Thronebreaker. If you recall correctly, at the time that 6.4 came out, Thronebreaker title was not announced. Thronebreaker title was announced a month or two after 6.4 had been out already, and it was retroactively given to all the players who had met the conditions. You know what I mean? So it could be either or it could be that a new title doesn't exist. It could be literally any of those things. Fact of the matter is, we just don't know. But yeah, 6.4 didn't have any title associated with it. They gave Thronebreaker title based on 6.4 about a month later to everyone, or 2 months later. And even when it comes to uncollected, ultimately you get that title in an in-game message, don't you? And stuff. Or it might be that it just didn't show up in data mine. Or it can be a million of other things. Or it can virtually be that, you know, they genuinely don't have a plan to add a new title. That also could happen. Very important to understand all of that. Every time I try to turn off suicides, I remember Ghost and Hitmonk. Haha. Yeah, Ghost without suicide masteries feels just so much bigger. So the score was too bad, but especially Ghost in like arenas and stuff. Really not too happy that Battleground will pretty much ask you to turn them off. Yeah, I'm not happy with that as well. I'm absolutely not happy. Look on the bright side, with current timeline, Battlegrounds are set to permanently come to the game only at like July or August. Most likely. By then we might have mastery loadouts. Current timeline is we're gonna have like a smaller beta in March. We're gonna have full large beta in April. Then they're going to take the game mode away for minimum of 1 month. That means minimum is going to be away for May, probably for June as well. Realistically, earliest we would be getting that game mode back full time would either be June or most realistically July, August. That is when we're looking at Battlegrounds kind of coming back fully. And that is more than enough time for mastery loadouts to become a thing, because we do know that if Kabam has not lied to us, then mastery loadouts are scheduled and meant for 2022, because that is what it was written in the dev diary. So the way I look at it, there's like 50% chance that mastery loadouts will already be a thing by the time Battlegrounds actually make it in the game. You know, because let's say on average, let's say it is at beginning of July when the Battlegrounds come in. That would be half a year, you know. If Kabam says in 2022, then it could be first half, second half, 50-50, right? So the way I see it, it's there about 50-50 shot that loadouts will be a thing. Will you grind for the 6 star? I think so. I'll see whether I can. I'll see whether I'll have enough time or commitment, or I don't know, the willpower or anything. But current plan is yes. Current plan is I will try to grind for 6 star. 3-hour stream, maybe. No, probably not. Most likely 2.5 hour stream. Really need to go to Gens as well. Been playing the game for 6 years and have no real suicides. Should I try? You should try. I think it's worth it. I think it's well worth it, personally. But you know, you might hold a different opinion. But I like this game more because of them. To explain myself, I like this game more because of them. When you turn off suicides, you are effectively devolving yourself. You're going from Gyarados to Magikarp. Yeah, that's kind of how it feels. It really does, because the fights take so much longer when you're not running them. Talking about the title similar to Breaker of Thrones. Well, that was also fit retroactively, wasn't it? I'm not sure. Maybe. And again, it might just not appear in data mines. We don't know. I'll definitely be new title. If there is no new title in 7.4, there will definitely be in 8.1. Yes, but I hope that there's a new title in 7.4. All right, might have come up in data mining. There you go. Do you think would benefit the most from Romance 6 between Kitty, AA, and Null? Well, Kitty, you want to get to 670 or so. Null, you kind of want to get as high as possible, but it's not urgent. Archangel absolutely does not need 6. In any opinion. In any matter, really. So, my first priority would be to get Kitty to 670. Something like that, yeah. Because then you can cheese with her, you know, if opponent bypasses miss and stuff. It's not the most important thing. So I think I'd first prioritize getting Kitty to 670. Then if you have more 6 stones getting like Null up, and I would not give 6 stones to Archangel. Like use champions like Sigil. I like to use those champions too. And you know, that's what I do when I take Liquid Courage and Double Edge off. That's when I use those champions. I absolutely love Sigil Scarlet Witch. I think she's wonderful. And I do use her, just not when I run Liquid Courage Double Edge. You can do the same thing again. Act 7 completion required at least 1 rank 4 champ. You'll get a new title. Yeah, exactly. They might do exactly the same thing as I did with Thronebreaker again. Do you think that in April will bring us Lizard and Scorpion and Morbius and Black Cat? I'm not entirely sure what the storylines were meant to be. I know for a fact that JAX has a quite good channel, and he's very good at predictions. Like, I think he predicted these two champions perfectly, and last month's champion, he also, I think, predicted quite well. Basically, what I'm saying is he's very, very good at his predictions. And check out he has 2 videos where he dissects the narrative roadmap that Command posted for this year, and then State of the Battle Realm video. It's most important on his channel. He kind of goes through every month and figures out which champions would or would not get added. And as far as my own personal guesses go, I kind of consider him to be way more professional in that capacity, so I would just refer to whatever he predicted. But I think he did mention Black Cat, yes. Over an 8-6-star feature and got Kitty and Cersei. Nice. Awakened her mutant gem and took her to rank 3 very happy. Nice. Congratulations. Congratulations, Krishna. And again, doing debate launches. Well, this game's special. We all know that. This game is special. We all know that. Where's the 6-star dual class? Wish Crystal? Well, I don't think I'm the person you want to ask that question, and I don't think I'm the person you want answering that question either, am I? How do you rate Undupe now? I think he's decent. I think he's good. I don't rate Null as high as many people do, even if he's like 6-200. I think he's good, but I still rate Hyperion and CGR and, you know, Hercules and several few other champions above him. I place him like 5th or 6th in Cosmic class probably. But I can understand why people like him as much though. What his appeal is. And you know, that's fine. That's fair. And I have a rank 3 like Sig 21. I actually use mine as well. I think it's quite handy. I think if you run Liquid Courage Double Edge, I do think Liquid Courage Double Edge is pretty much a must with Null to begin with. I don't think Null is necessarily a champion for you if you don't run Liquid Courage Double Edge. And you know, I love the fact that he's a cosmic champion that does not rely on buffs. I love the fact that he heals. There's several things that I like. Reduced opponents' combat power rate. It's quite handy. But I don't think he's like a groundbreaking must-have champion either necessarily. An easy way to get 4-star Sasquatch? Right now? No. No. Modok a Ghoul Balga? I think, you know, Modok obviously can be an annoying defender that ideally needs counter, but whether he's going to be a great Balgrounds defender really depends on what nodes they're going to be. Like, if you're talking about Safeguard, then no, who cares? Like, you know, you can just like parry heavy and parry and 2-3 hit him and you're gonna be fine. If you're talking about the power snack and all that, then yeah, maybe I can see him being annoying, you know. But I also see plenty of champions that would absolutely shred Modok being used in there, so I don't think he'd do much. I don't think Modok is necessarily rank up. Like, I have absolutely no immediate plan to rank up Modok. Say, I haven't duped 6-star Modok. I am thinking of my battleground options, but Modok is nowhere close to being a front runner for my, let's say, defensive or duo type rank ups. You know, I'd rank up Mysterio 100% before I rank up Modok. I'd rank up Spider-Gwen 100% before I rank up Modok. Probably like Mangog or Sasquatch. You know, plenty of other champions. When you did 7.4 beta, did you have suicides on or off? I think I did it with my suicide masteries off, if I'm not mistaken. Only reason I did it that way is just so I can mess with more champions. Quite sure I had them off. Quite sure I had them off. Hit the like button, folks. Oh, yes, pretty please. Hit the like button. I hear it's quite cool button. I hear if you hit the like button, you become immediately 3% better human being. Just facts. Science. Remember, guys. Follow the science. Hitting like button makes you more likable and better as a human. And I have about as much proof as the people who have been telling you how to live your lives. They must include the new title? Well, it's not a must, because if you recall, you know, I don't know. It's not a must, I don't think. Because they're kind of all over the place with those titles. Think about... Well, the thing about Act 6 rewards is, if people will remember, we had to make Kabam give us the better rewards. Not many people remember, but Act 6 rewards that you see right now in-game are significantly better than they were initially meant to be. Initial Act 6 rewards were significantly more shit. They, instead of 5-star rank up gems, they had, instead of 6-star rank up gems, they had 5-star rank up gems and, you know, a bunch of other stuff like that. And Act 6 rewards that we ended up getting was a result of quite a large campaign of complaints and laughter at Kabam's direction. I know not a lot of people probably did not know that, but yeah, Act 6 rewards that you just complained about are significantly better version of the Act 6 rewards that Kabam wanted to give us. I might actually make a video on that as well, just to remind people. I love the Act 7 so far, but I am missing a bit of the Act 6 toughness. No, I am missing it too. But here's the thing. I think Act 7 is the right approach for story content. I also think that I want content like Act 6. A lot more in-game. Just not necessarily as a mandatory story content that everybody has to claw through. You know what I mean? I want Act 6 to be new variant type of thing. Or something like that. New, let's say, on top of variant difficulty. Because variants, you know, are also kind of like hardly anything more than CAV-EQ, pretty much. The way I see it. So I would love Act 6 difficulty as the follow-up difficulty of variant, stuff like that. And I like that a lot. I like content like that a lot. I like content that catches me. I like content that frustrates me. I like content that challenges me. I just don't think that has to be a story content. I think that was the mistake with Act 6. Not the fact that they made content like that. I think the problem was the fact that it was Act 6 and everybody was forced to play it in order to get the next title and stuff like that. I think that's the problem with it. And yeah, I miss content like that. That's why I want more Korean challenges. I want more Grandmaster's Gauntlets. I want to get, you know, ripped and ass whooped by some hard new old piece of content. Will you use generic gem on Hercules if you don't have any stones? I only have one generic. In that case, I just wait till you get some stones. You know, I mean, I suppose so, but if I don't have any stones, I'd probably just wait a bit. Still going hard? Yeah, I am still grinding. I am still grinding. After 7.4 release, most of the players will just do the following: Act 1 to 5, 100% for units. Level up, just do a single path to Act 6, comes to Act 7. Yeah, pretty much that's gonna happen. Most people will skip Act 6. Yes, 100%. It's gonna be great for Balgots? Yeah. Probably. Love those critical thinking one videos. Keep on coming. Everyone here should go subscribe to his second channel. Oh, that would be nice. I actually need to link it as my other channel. I need to do a couple of things for that this week that I'll try to improve on. But yes, thank you. Thank you, King Dragonite. I'm glad that you have been enjoying those videos. Rank 3 Mephisto or Mordo all day? I think I agree to that, yes. I'd say rank 3 Mephisto or Mordo all day. I think that's reasonable. I think that's fair. Oh, look at that. I can bring in She-Hulk. Why not? Why not? Thanks. Someone dusted off arena grinding. Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can push out that. Let's talk about my change rank for materials number 4 as well, since I didn't Act 6. Well, the only reason they did it is because people discussed it a lot. Only reason they changed it is because pretty much every content creator said that the rewards are shit. You know, Kabam's not gonna change it if everybody's okay with the rewards. You do understand that much, right? I don't know that there was change of rewards in Act 6. There was a very big change of rewards in Act 6. And do you think people will stop playing Arena or Battlegrounds? No. First of all, there is a very large group of people. Well, it depends on... It largely depends on rewards. But even if you can end up earning, let's say, units and battle chips in Battlegrounds, no, not everybody will stop playing Arena. Because Arena is the most mindless task ever, that you can play with as little focus as possible. So Arena will always have that appeal of playing the game, progressing whilst being hardly engaged and watching TV or something. Second thing is, there are a lot of people who are just not good at the game. And, you know, that doesn't mean that I'm speaking ill of them, but, you know, it's factual. There are people who are just not very good. And there are people who never will be very good. There are people who don't have much in terms of, you know, hand coordination or, you know, competitive spirit or confidence or whatever. For whatever reason that's, you know, holding them back. And I think we're all, like, born different, and we all have our natural limits. Like, I do think that, for instance, Legacy and MSD are naturally more gifted players than I am. I don't think I will, no matter how much I practice, I will be able to hit as many intercepts in a row than Legacy can, for instance, stuff like that, you know? I do think that we all have, like, our limits, and I do think that there are people who just, you know, are not gonna be particularly good comparatively to, let's say, other players. You know, that doesn't mean that they can't play the game and enjoy it. And, you know, those people typically know that they're, like, not the most skilled or whatever. And they're fine with it, because they're playing kind of, like, more casually, or they have found their way to play. And, you know, incidentally, many of those people wouldn't be particularly interested in Battlegrounds, because, you know, they're not interested in directly competing in this game. They're more interested in, you know, clearing content, doing things at their own pace, or getting new champions, or, you know, slowly progressing. So Battlegrounds as a concept does not appeal to everyone, for the reasons they're listed. You know, some people just want kind of like casual play. Some people want, you know, something to do in the background as you watch a Netflix movie or whatever. Because Battlegrounds is a game mode that will demand like 100% of your attention. You know, like if I'm going to do Battleground stream, I can guarantee you I will hardly read the chat. Now why? Because I'm going to want to win. So I'm not going to pay attention to anything like important times. So no, there will be people who just don't play Battlegrounds competitively, no matter how good the game mode is. And there will always be people who play Arena, no matter what other game modes exist in game. I think. And, you know, that's what I think. You know, you're perfectly free to disagree and stuff like that, but we're all different. We all have different ambitions. We all have different goals, and I understand that I'm not a reflection of an average human being, let's say in this game, or an average player, or an average commitment level to this game. I understand that, you know, I'm more competitive, those things get... A lot of people just, you know, like to hang out, like Marvel, you know, hang out a bit. Link to KD second channel, thank you. I'm gonna pin that. Oh, okay. I knew that you were taking 3 to 5k blocking damage Act 6. Oh, that was a change. Yeah, attack values get reduced significantly in Act 6 as well. Attack values used to be outrageous. Whatever block damage you take in Act 6 right now is significantly less. Good luck on the grind. Thank you. Thank you very much, BK. And yeah, paths are very long too. Paths are very long too. Impression or suicide's a bug right now? I don't think, are they? None of this lately takes more time to finish arena fights? I don't think so. Seems pretty much the same to me. Seems pretty much the same to me. Feel like that's you? I don't know. I don't think so. I think if you manage to, you know... I think you're just about fine, JJ. I think you're overly harsh on yourself. I think you are much better than you think you are. I think you need a bit more confidence and trust in yourself, JJ. What's up, Saloy? How are you doing? Better than all of them, you know? Better knowledge. Well, the thing is that your ability in this game is a mixture of your knowledge, mixture of your account, and also your, like, you know, natural in-game ability to fight. That's one of the reasons why I like this game, because it's not just 100% skill based. This game kind of like saves in all your effort with what account you have built, with how much time and resources you have invested in it. On top of that, this game often offers a lot of shortcuts and tricks and reward extensive knowledge about champion interactions and things like that. So a lot of those are the reasons why I like this game as much as I do, because it kind of combines the three elements that I can respect. I respect, you know, skill, somebody being very, very good at the game. I respect people's time and energy and money that I have invested. This game recognizes that. And this game also recognizes and rewards your knowledge about interactions, because this game is very, very complex. It's one of the reasons I think why so many of us enjoy this game, because it's not like a short, narrow game with limited amount of interactions. There's a shit ton of champions that can be used against shit ton of other champions that have shit ton of nodes, and then you have boosts, and then you have synergies, and then you have crazy synergies, and, you know, it's just like an infinite web of stuff that can happen. Luck IT, don't need luck. Lock yourself in IT. Thank you, Krishna. I force myself to play arenas per arenas and all, I can just do it. Well, I'll be 100% honest, I'm having quite hard time grinding arenas myself unless I'm streaming. You know, I don't enjoy arena. I'm not, you know, the biggest arena fanatic, stuff like that. The reason why I am able to grind the arena is because you guys are quite awesome, and arena is a background activity. My mind, my brain is focused on you and answering questions in chat and making sure that the stream goes well and all the other stuff. And the arena, you know, is not the only thing kind of occupying my mind, or not the primary thing occupying my mind. That's why I am able to grind. And I know that a lot of you use me for similar reasons. You use me to, you know, grind arena yourselves when I stream, because then you can, you know, listen to me and still have hopefully somewhat engaging conversation and grind your own arena. What did Lawrence say? What did Lawrence say then? I've seen lots of disabled unemployed players, casuals are not for them. Exactly. You know, everybody plays the game however they want. It doesn't make them any worse or better as human beings. Just because you're uncollected and you don't want to become throne record doesn't mean that, you know, you're a bad human or any way less worthy as somebody else. It's just how you want to approach the game. 5-star null, how's ski? It's quite good. Null's quite decent. How much of LoL can I cover with max 5-star Hercules, Nimrod, and She-Hulk? Most of it? I think the worst things is you're gonna need to use a handful of revives for Electro. That's about it. I think other than that, should be quite alright. Guillotine might be quite annoying, because Nimrod wouldn't be good in Guillotine fight, and Well, he wouldn't be great, but he probably could do it. So, he probably can do it all. The only, like, real problem I see is the Electro, which you're gonna need to use Hercules Immortality and just kind of go YOLO. So, yeah. Other than that, you know, have the immunities. Have the good Jags counter, that can be annoying. And, yeah, go for it. Should be fine. Hey, you're great. Taking Domi out to rank 3 instead of Emma. I think she's gonna be great for defense. Yeah, I know she might be great for defense. And I used to say that, but recently you missed the stream where I said I actually kind of feel much better about my Domino rank up since last couple of months because of that mercenary variant where she did vast majority of the fights. And also because of that monthly KVQ, when we had that month, when we had like mercenary and whatever nodes, I kind of feel like I have gotten my values worth back from Domino. So I don't have any issues with that rank up anymore. I feel perfectly fine with that. Can you show us your mutant 6-star roster? I can. After I finish my... Remind me once I'm done with my 6-star round. Remind me once I'm done with my 6-star round. When I have no more 6 stars to grind. I was happy to push you. Why Dankeschön? We'll see. We'll see. I might end up just getting the 5-star. If I, you know, get dismayed along the way. But hopefully we do get the 6-star. This would be first 6-star that I grind in quite a while. Definitely first 6-star this year, but even before that. My last grind was my only grind that I missed, which was 6-star Odin. And that was a basic one. And before that, I think if we don't count that Odin grind, then it's been like well over 6 months since I grinded. Yeah, you're being used to speak. I know. That's true. Enjoy listening in background while doing other things. You see? Look at that. Groot's going mad. Groot screamed at this chap, declared himself Groot, and smashed Ultron. Otherwise we have man dancing lurking. Yes. Only I'm gonna need special to crit for him. Oh, that would be so nice. Right. But I'll show you my mutant roster when I finish the 6-star round. Bye bye. I didn't see you later, Alexa. When do you think will be the reward pattern for Battlegrounds? Maybe. I think it's gonna be something similar to seasons. I think there's gonna be like monthly kind of thing or something like that. And I think it's gonna be most likely something similar to seasons, where we get some rewards for each match that we do. And bigger ones once, you know, the entire thing finishes. Once like a season finishes, something like that. I think that's most likely scenario. But you know, I still don't think she's bae. Don't get me wrong. I still have no illusions about, you know, Domino. Oh, this amazing, insane champion, stuff like that. No, I don't think that. I just kind of feel that I have gotten my money's worth back of a faulty product, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I got a shit deal, but somehow I got my money's worth back, and I'm very grateful for that. That's about it. It's like, yeah, but get me? I forgot to say, this is Map Psychoman reached 660. Well, Map Psychoman clearly is still unawakened. It'd be funny if Psychoman becomes really good and I end up giving him Tech Awakening. Over like half America, Sam Wilson, for instance. Your vids help me so much in progression. You are one of the reasons I have 100% 7.1, 2, and 3. For some reason, Nodes Kabam comes out with no clue. Well, I'm glad to be of help. So definitely stay tuned, because I do plan on finishing 7.4 within the first couple of days. Upload completion and exploration guides as I always do, and all the other good stuff like MVP champions and so on and so forth. So stay tuned, and hopefully I can help you get through 7.42. 1 second. Well, somebody's quite eager. Somebody's also quite punctual, which I quite like. It's meant to be done. It's all good, but at least I squeezed in a full 6-star run. Almost. I'm still 2 rounds short for a full 6-star run. That Hyperion cries for a rank up? True. True. Any date when AW Season 32 begins? 2nd of March. 2nd of March, Season 32 begins. Yes. We do have a date. This is the 3rd war in off-season, so we basically have 3 more wars after this. And then season begins. I'm actually grinding arenas while listening to you, otherwise I get bored pretty fast. Well, that's exactly the point. If I don't stream, I get bored pretty fast in arena. But yeah, that Hyperion is going to rank 3, it's only a matter of time. Only reason that Hyperion is not rank 3 yet is because I'm hoping to dupe him naturally, because I'm still opening featured 6-star crystals. If I can't dupe him naturally by the time this 6-star expires, this 6-star featured expires, or I stop opening them, I will give him Cosmic Awakening Gem. I do have one of those. But that Hyperion is going up, don't you worry. That hype is going up. War is actually much more fun now. At least I think war is much more fun. Attacker bans have had a very good impact on war. And there are many more alliances that are closer together in a competitive scale. And war and competition surrounding war seems to be much more fun. You do get to do more like random matchups, like I ended up ranking 3 Nebula in middle of a season, and I took Mojo on Hazard Shift, but one eye open node, so I switched off Dexterity and Parry against Mojo, and then, you know, Nebula nuked him down, because you do kind of have to come up with very interesting solutions for problems you didn't think before. Like that Mojo before would have just been nuked with Ghost, for instance. Yeah, there's Hazard Shift, Shock and Bleed, one eye open, no problem. Bring in Ghost and nuke him down. You take that one Ghost away and Torch, and then you're like, what do I do now? You know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting. Well, before I had a break with my 146-star champions, I did 9 million per round, around 25 rank 3s. Well, I don't know exactly how many you do per round, because this is the first round and the results are a bit skewed, but, you know, it's gonna be something. 15k for me, I get bored. 15k for you what? Last of season war was NY718 KT, tried to beat them for you, but you lost. It's okay. We are up against NY718 this time now, This wars against NY798. This time we're up against... I don't even know how many 6 stars I have, by the way. I haven't counted them in a while. I do have a few. I probably do easy 11 million per round with your 6-star roster. Well, this is pretty much what I did with my 6-star roster. I did first 5 fights with random 5 stars, which got me at like 600k points or 700k points. So I can do 13 some million, I think. Well, I'm gonna check properly tomorrow. I'm gonna write down all the numbers. But I only used 5 stars to get to the 3 multiplier. I don't know how many points exactly I should penalize myself for, like 500 or something like that. And this is just 6 stars past that. But so yeah, it's been quite neat. Well, you update for Psychoman in March? Yes. If you want to check how many 6 stars I have 189 6 stars. Makes sense? Okay, cool. 189. Anyways, I do got to go right now. So I have to say huge thank you to Rin, obviously. Biggest thank you to Enzo of everybody. But then we have shout out to Adrian and Marine31 and Messiah and, well, the lot of you. You guys are quite awesome. I will be back tomorrow morning, and tomorrow morning's morning stream might be at a bit different time. We'll see. Might be a bit longer, but I'll catch you guys soon. See ya. Never mind, almost forgot. 6-star mutant roster. 6-star mutant roster. Sorry. My mutant roster. What the fuck is going on? Here you go. That's my 6-star mutant roster. So top 2 rows are rank 3, except Storm is rank 2 and Magneto is rank 3. So I have 12 rank 3 6-star mutants. That's it. And these are the mutants that I'm missing. That's it now. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information